This is Michael McCann. He's former UN security chief and NYPD officer, president of McCann Protective Services. Good to have you on the show. Thanks for your insight, sir. What would you be doing in terms of those protective services at this point in time to get to the bottom of this?
Well, you're depending on the intelligence, what you can learn about their tactics. It's very early to say who did it. It's all a suspect at this point. But when you're looking at their tactics and then what events that you have coming up in your city and how you're going to deploy people. Quite possibly, in Boston, they deployed people more for crowd control and for the type of event, and maybe more focus has to be done on the terrorism aspect. Again, not knowing who did this and why they did this.
Michael, you said tactics. What tactics are most important that you want to investigate here?
Well, what you want to look at, it's being discounted at this point that it's a suicide bomber, but is this something that was dropped by more than one person? How was it detonated? What kind of bag was it put in? How much did it weigh? The color of the bag? Where were the bags purchased? The kind of device, how was it detonated? Was it a remote control, or was it done by the person that dropped the bag?
Michael, will the surveillance cameras pick this up?
I think so. I think what the police will be focusing on now is not just the surveillance cameras from today, but what experiences tells us that depending on who did this, they surveil the target scene way before the event. So you're going to go back a couple of weeks and look what's going on there, any intelligence, any suspicious reports, and then focus on today, whether it's the surveillance cameras or even cameras from people, the participants, or people that were waiting for someone to cross the finish line.
Is it possible that these bombs were planted, I don't know, yesterday, the day before, a week ago? I don't know how it works. I'm not a bomber. And then they were detonated by cell phone. Is that a possible scenario?
It is a possible scenario, but I don't think so. I think they would have been put there today because if they were put there days ago, then they would have been moved or they could have been picked up by the sanitation department. So I would guess that they were put there today.
Is there more we should be doing to protect people when they gather together? Now, tonight they've already canceled the Boston Bruins hockey game. Well, should we have to go through the kind of security we go through in an airport before we go into an arena these days? Should we have to go through the kind of security we go through in an airport before we even are able to attend an event like the Boston Marathon? I mean, are we not doing enough, or is there only so much you can do? We just have to go as an act of faith?
Well, I think we have to focus. One is we have to learn what happened today. I mean, was this a domestic terrorist? Was this homegrown? Was this international terrorism? Or was it just somebody that was emotionally disturbed that did something for some other reason that we don't know? We can't jump to conclusions. And the other thing we should keep in mind with any of this, today was a particular date in Boston. This was Patriots Day. And go back to the meaning of Patriots Day. That was the reason we fought that war was for our freedom. So let's not give up our freedom. Let's not stop doing what we should be doing. And let's use common sense and not give away our liberties. We should go on with life. We should remain calm, and we should continue to do things the way we are. And law enforcement, we have to depend upon them to do things within the law.
But based on what you see here in terms of the sophistication of the bombs, in terms of the forensics that we know already, what does it look like to you?
I think, again, we're way too early. We're going to jump into conclusions. And already today we see that the JFK library was not what it initially reported. We hear about other devices. All these things are going to come out, and some of them are going to be discounted. So I think, yes, if it was sophisticated, that's what they're going to look at. Who has the capability of doing this? What can they gain from the crime scene? What kind of device it was? How was it detonated? What was used in it? Where can these materials be purchased? And then who has the capability of putting something together like this?
Michael, walk us through. This is, all right, we're there. We're in the grandstand area by the finish line. You've isolated this. What do the FBI agents and others do? What's their first action? Where do they go?
All right. The first action, of course, is to control the scene. They're worried about the first responders coming there, whether there's going to be another device detonated that's going to hurt them or kill people that are coming there. So you're going to control the scene. You're going to take care of the injured and render first aid. That's your first priority, to protect that. And then you're looking for what else could happen. Is there going to be another device? Is something else going to happen? And now, after the scene, after you removed all the injured, and now you start the investigation as far as looking at who is there, what are are the cameras, what people have witnessed anything, and then looking at the material that's left there from the bomb, collecting all the debris from the bomb and seeing what your forensics experts can put together that will give you a sign of what this bomb was made of, and who or what kind of groups may have made similar kinds of bombs, or is there any link to anything else that's happened in the past.
You have any idea, I know this is highly speculative, do you have any idea of the nature of the bomb? You mentioned before, it seems like this was not a suicide bomb thing. We didn't find anybody. What's the nature of these bombs? How big are they? How powerful are they? Where do they come from?
The people said they smelled sulfur, too, after they went off, for example.
I'm sorry?
Some of the eyewitnesses said they smelled sulfur after the second bomb went off, as a matter of fact.
But I don't want to mislead you. I'm not a bomb expert, but
right.
you're going to need the components. You're going to need the detonator. You're going to need something that diffuse, and you're going to need the bomb itself. And now, was this bomb, was that backpack or whatever it was carried in, were there ball bearings or nails or other debris that would help or increase the number of injuries and the number of deaths by what was blown from the package?
Is there anything to glean from the way they did it and why today? Why today? Why Boston? Why the Boston Marathon? Is it just as simple as there were going to be a lot of people there, or something else?
Well, again, we're really speculating because it could be something connected with the marathon itself. I mean, the people that I work with, we're all always sitting, wondering when the next thing is going to happen and why something hasn't happened. I mean, it's a lot of different factors. In New York in particular, it's been because of the great police work, investigations, and intelligence, but also a lot of it has to do with luck. So, why did they pick Boston? Why did they pick this particular event? And again, without jumping to a conclusion, who is responsible? I haven't heard anything where someone has claimed responsibility, and even if somebody does, it may or may not be true at this point. Yeah. That would have to be confirmed as the investigation goes on.
All right. Michael McCann, thank you very much, sir. We appreciate your insights.
Thank you very much.